News roundtable time. Okay, so everyone's been talking about Oprah, right?
Yes,
Since,
Oprah 2020.
The big speech, Oprah 2020. She gives one speech, and now she's running for president.
Now she's running for president, and a lot of other people, a lot of other celebrities have hinted that they might want to enter.
By the way, she's not.
Point. She has not said anything. She's not said she's going to run at all. Though people are speculating, waiting for bated breath. But so far, there's a short list of people, the likes of Kanye West, declared that he was going to run in 2020. But Kanye does a lot of declaring. There's a picture of our potential
very presidential
president. Mark Cuban has also said that, that he would run. He's considering a 2020 run. Caitlyn Jenner said in July that that she's interested in the political side of activism and was considering a senatorial run. Of course, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who's the biggest movie star in the world right now, has said that he would run. And some polling was actually done that demonstrated that he could make a go at it. The thing that I find interesting, however, Seth MacFarlane, I believe, another celebrity, tweeted that Oprah Winfrey, while she's a great orator, this could signal a real problem eventually in American politics, where it might become a prerequisite that you need fame in order to get yourself elected, and not just have a will and a desire to get into public service. They said in the face of massive celebrity, somebody who just wants to do good and wants to help, they might shy away. And eventually what we could find ourselves with is a political sphere at the highest echelons that is really only reserved for the super famous.
Yeah, but we have to. I think Oprah's in a different category, because Oprah. It depends on, I guess, who we're looking at. Because Oprah has this billion-dollar empire.
Right.
She is an entrepreneur. She is obviously a motivational speaker. She's famous for her show. She was in the living rooms of everybody for decades, and she's got that empathetic. There's just. I think she's a little bit different than necessarily the other ones. Donald Trump also has that as well. I mean, with his businesses that he's had over the last decades, he also had that. They sort of have similar paths in that way, but very different people.
But I do take that point, though, that if we open ourselves up to considering this as a litmus test, where the famous get to go into politics, then that excludes people who otherwise would be really good candidates. I just think it's a cautionary tale. It's a warning.
We could talk longer about this, but I do want to tell you about a great solution that one small town has come up with for gridlock. We talk a lot about traffic. I love this story. So this is in Leonia, and what has happened is, they're a really small town, like they're 1 square mile. They were on the other side of the George Washington Bridge. So what would happen is, when traffic would back up on the bridge, people who knew the secret knew to duck in and go through the residential streets and through the small town of Leonia. However, with Waze and other apps like this, more people knew about this secret, alternate route, and more people were starting to go through Leonia. And then as the main thoroughfares began to fill up, they were going on the residential streets. And so the sheriff said, hold the phone, we do not enjoy this, and figured out that on those apps, if there's a law against driving down certain streets, they don't show up as an alternate.
Oh, interesting.
So they created a law. You tag your vehicle. If you do not have this tag saying you're allowed to drive on this street, you get a $200 fine.
Good.
It also took the streets off the app, which I think is a great story of a small town fighting back.
It is. When Waze first started, it was brilliant because only a few people were using it, right? But it didn't scale up in the way that you would hope. It scaled up in a way that caused congestion on streets that otherwise were quiet. It was causing a lot of problems, safety issues for kids riding their bikes on these streets. And so that is a really good answer to that problem.
I love this small town saying, you keep your big city traffic off our streets.
There you go.